All right, welcome to this video. We're going to start breaking down your actions. We're going to start really going through this process. Now, I need you to understand that this is going to be a grind, and it's going to be almost painful in the sense of that you're going to have to fill these things out. But once you have them done, you're going to have all the steps in place to really visualize why you want to be a professional. Okay, so with action step one, we're discussing your why. Why do you want to play pro? What about being a professional is what you want? So there's four main questions you need to answer for yourself to really help you be ready and get into that mindset about being a future professional player, right? So, and we already asked these questions. Now's your chance to fill them out. And really, it's answering why do you want to be a pro or why do you want to play pro? Do you have the mental fortitude to be a pro player? Are you hungry enough to reach the top? And then what are you willing to sacrifice to make it? These are the four questions that you need to answer. So I'm going to walk you through what we did. All right, so why do you want to play pro? Our answer was it has been a lifelong dream, and being able to play with my heroes and represent my favorite club is something I've always wanted to do. I love this game more than anything, and I feel so much pride and passion. Now, you're free to answer these as you feel. This is just to give you an idea of how to do these type of things. How do you fill them in? So that was our answer. We love this game more than anything. We feel so much pride and passion every time we step on the field, and we want nothing more than to be able to fulfill a lifelong dream of being able to play with our favorite heroes at Anfield. Okay. Now, the next question, do you have the mental fortitude to be a pro player? This is obviously a longer term scale. You might not have it right in this moment or in this second, but you need to start developing those things. So when it comes down to mental fortitude, that means no matter what, you're willing to fight through something to make it. Are you strong enough to make it? Because to be an elite football player is extremely, extremely tough mentally. And it's going to be a painful process to make it. So you're going to have ups and you're going to have downs, things that go your way, things that don't go your way. Are you going to lose motivation because things don't go your way? And that's really what this question is getting to. So our answer was yes, I've had many different hardships and nothing has stopped my motivation to make it. In fact, it has only fueled the fire more. And that's the kind of mindset we want you to really think about taking, is because, again, you're going to have ups and you're going to have downs. But anytime there's a down point, it shouldn't push you away from what your dream is. It should reinforce the fact that, hey, I need to push through this to make it. Because any hardship is just a challenge that you need to overcome. And that's the way that we feel you should look at this. The next question, are you hungry enough to reach the top? This kind of goes hand in hand with the second one, but really it comes down to what the French Football Federation scout said. And we answered with, I will let nothing stop me from reaching my dream. I know I will have other setbacks along the way, but I want nothing more than to play pro football. So you just have to be willing to really push through no matter what comes your way. Because again, you're going to have hardships. You're going to get cut from a team, or you're not going to play as much as you like, or the coach isn't going to like you, or they're going to tell you that you're a reserve player. Whatever the circumstances, it's going to happen to you. So you need to be able to adjust and deal with the circumstances and push through them. Now, the final question is, and this one is really important, what are you willing to sacrifice to make it? Because it's one thing to talk about it and say, yeah, I want to make it, but what are you really willing to give up to say, yes, I'm going to do this and I'm going to give everything to make it? So in our example, it's everything. I want nothing more than to be a pro and represent my favorite club and win the Champions League. I will follow the future pro checklist and give everything I have every time I step out on the field for training or games, and include my own training regimen. So that would mean doing, extra technical work or tactical work, mental work, things like that to help develop those skill sets. And it just comes down to, what are you willing to give up to make it? Are you willing to give up soda? Are you willing to give up unhealthy meals like chocolate or KFC or any fast food really? What are you willing to give up to make it? And that's the decision that you need to make is, am I willing to do this or not? And if you're not, then understand that the consequence or the cost to that is a much smaller significant chance of becoming a pro player. So those are things that you need to understand. That is, if you say you want to be a pro, your actions are going to speak louder than words. So that's why we give you this box to fill in. What are you willing to sacrifice? You can list it out. You can write it like we did. Feel free to maneuver any of these next PDFs that you're going to get, and you're going to see how you see fit. And there's going to be a few of them, but the whole point is to put you on a pathway to have steps to make your dream a reality. Okay? And otherwise, guys, we'll see you in the next video.